Hello, welcome to Your Academy. At Your Academy today, we would be dealing with the application of postmodernism on a literary text. How do we apply postmodernism or postmodern theory upon a text? Now, the text that we have chosen today for this would be a play by Edward Albee titled as Who is Afraid of Virginia Woolf? So it would be a postmodern reading of Who is Afraid of Virginia Woolf, or an application of postmodernism on Who is Afraid of Virginia Woolf, or Who is Afraid of Virginia Woolf as a postmodern play. We can title it in any manner we wish. Now, coming to the postmodernism. Now, as we have already dealt with the application of deconstructions, the rules would be very much similar. Now, if you want to apply postmodernism on a literary text, you must be well aware about the fundamentals of postmodernism. Now, there would be a difference in other approaches and postmodernism, because postmodernism is not only a theory, it's also an era, postmodern era, an era which is different from modern era, from modernism. And then it's also a theory which continues to grow, which has not come to an end, since this postmodern era hasn't come to an end. So the concepts, the ideas in postmodernism keep on evolving. But postmodernism as a theory would stick around some writers, like we have Lyotard, who began somewhat this postmodernism when he wrote Postmodern Condition, a report on knowledge. We have Baudrillard. Baudrillard would be very influential writer in the postmodern writings. We have Frederick Jameson, for example, an important postmodern writer. So all these writers have given different definitions, different concepts, different ideas regarding postmodernism. There are many ideas that float in postmodernism. Now, when we try to apply postmodernism on a literary text, on a novel, on a drama, or on a poem, what we do, we look for certain things or certain postmodern features must exist in that particular novel or play or poem, which we would be reading from postmodern lens or from postmodern theory, or what we also call as postmodernism. Now, what are those features? What are those characteristics? First of all, this postmodernism or this postmodern era has two important features at the very onset. One, it's a shift from modern era. It's a shift from modernism. Second, it's a continuation of deconstruction. Deconstruction later gets included into this postmodern theory, or it continues the ideas that were floated by Jacques Derrida, what we call as deconstruction. Absurdity. Absurdity would be an important feature of postmodern writing, what we also call as absurd theater. So when we look at a work from postmodern perspective, first and foremost, we would look at certain themes, at certain postmodern themes. Now, when we come to postmodern themes, this postmodern writing stick to some particular theme, some special theme, some recurrent ideas that would exist in postmodern writings. Now, some of them being absurdity, fall of family as an institution, science fiction, loss of moral values, breakdown of sexual taboos. Now, these are some of the themes which appear consistently in the postmodern writing. And if we are reading or looking or applying postmodernism on a work, first and foremost, we would look at these themes. Does that particular work write about these themes, whether it writes about all these themes or some themes? We can look at that, and if we find those themes prevalent in a particular text, we would say that this is a postmodern writing. The other important aspect of postmodernism is intertextuality. Now, intertextuality is a concept which was given by Julia Kristeva. Now, these postmodern writers, what they would do are the postmodern critics, they would do two things. One, either they will understand a text by comparing it with other text, other literary text, or the other thing that they would do is the writers would give allusions within their text about other text. For example, they would recall a dialogue from some other text. They would recall an action sequence from another text. They would, for example, refer to a particular theme, to a particular joke, to a particular character, to a particular sequence, anything within the text. And if we have such kind of narrative, such kind of element in a particular text, तो उसको भी हम कहेंगे कि ये एक पोस्ट मॉडर्न टेक्स्ट है, जिसमें राइटर किसी दूसरे टेक्स्ट का रेफरेंस दे, किसी दूसरे टेक्स्ट से वहाँ के कैरेक्टर का रेफरेंस दे, किसी डायलॉग का रेफरेंस दे, किसी सिचुएशन का रेफरेंस दे, तो उसको भी हम जो है पोस्ट मॉडर्न टेक्स्ट बोलेंगे, या वो एलिमेंट भी हम ढूंढने की कोशिश करेंगे एक टेक्स्ट में। तीसरी चीज है आयरनी। आयरनी एक इंपॉर्टेंट फीचर है पोस्ट मॉडर्न राइटिंग। आयरनी तो एक इंपॉर्टेंट कंपोनेंट है राइटिंग का। जेफरी चॉसर ने जब राइटिंग शुरू की थी, व्हेन ही रोट, ही वुड आल्सो यूज आयरनी एंड ह्यूमर, एंड इट कंटिन्यूज डाउन टू विलियम शेक्सपियर, एंड इवन इन द पोस्ट मॉडर्न era we have the element of irony. Now irony in this particular context is used in a very strange manner. There would be irony, for example, in the dialogues. When the two people are talking to each other, they are absent. They're absent-minded kind of characters. They don't take the other character too seriously, and when he says something, they would misunderstand that particular dialogue, that particular idea or concept, and then that would create a kind of a suspense or kind of an irony. There would be the irony of situation, irony of dialogue, or irony which would be deliberately created by the writer or by the characters from within the play. That is another feature which we would look at. Disappearance of real is an important aspect of postmodern era. Now this disappearance of reality or real is a concept which we also know by simulacra, simulation, simulacrum, hyper reality, many terms which are related to this, and this concept was given by Baudrillard. Now Baudrillard talks about how in the postmodern era media consistently strives at hiding the reality. So what we have, the reality is disappeared, and we only have simulation of that reality, an imitation of that reality, or a copy of that reality which we know. So if a text deals with the disappearance of reality, that is also a postmodern element, and we can say that this particular text is postmodern because it has this disappearance of real as an element. Now this disappearance of real can be of two types. One would be that grand disappearance of reality about which Baudrillard talks. For example, there is no society, there is no truth, there is no fact. The other disappearance of real would be of the lower level, where people would be hiding their relationships, people would be hiding their real intentions, hiding their real life experiences, real feelings. That would be at a lower level of disappearance of real, or hiding of real. So that is another aspect with which we would be dealing with when we are dealing with the postmodernism or applying postmodern theory on a text. Now these are some of the aspect. Now this is not a whole postmodern. There would be many which I have skipped here. For example, pastiche is a concept of postmodernism which I am not dealing with in this particular lecture, because Edward Albee's play Who is Afraid of Virginia Woolf does not fit in the genre of a pastiche. So I have just ignored that. I have chosen or selected these few features of postmodernism, and now we would be looking at Who is Afraid of Virginia Woolf and find if these elements are there in Who is Afraid of Virginia Woolf.